and this is another copy edit. Today I am doing a homepage for a dog trainer, and we are going to do a bit of a combo today. So I'm going to talk about both SEO, which is search engine optimization. What can you do on your website to help you get found by people looking for you? And then we're going to have a look at the homepage structure and the content that's on there, because there are a couple of things missing. So it might be helpful for you to see what are you supposed to put on a homepage and where and why. So we're going to cover those things today. All right, so this is Tracy's website. She is a dog trainer operating in Herefordshire. So I'm going to be looking at this from a point of view of what do we put on the website and where to help you show up for people searching for the most common search terms for dog trainers, which are dog trainer near me, puppy trainer near me. How do you actually show up for those searches? So part of being found for those searches is having a Google business profile and optimizing that. I have another video on my YouTube channel, so you can watch that and learn how to do that piece. That is how you get on that map pack, which is what comes up at the top of Google when somebody searches for that. And then the rest is going to come from your website. Now, the first thing I can see looking at this website is that it says it's not secure. So getting an SSL certificate for your website, making sure that your website is secure is really important. So that would be my first kind of SEO step. Go and get your security sorted so that users who land on your website feel that everything is secure and safe. Cool. All right. So I'm going to open up my whizzy little tool that shows me the key places where we want to be putting our target keyword. Now that sounds probably maybe a little bit complicated if you are new to SEO, but stick with me. Essentially, our target keyword for this page would probably be dog trainer or dog training and the area. So Herefordshire, Hereford, I'm going to get it wrong, aren't I? Abergavenny, something like that. Is what we'd be targeting. So where do we need to put that so that Google and people searching can find you? We need to put it in your meta title, which I'm going to show you in a minute. What does that look like on Google? And we need to put it in our title for our page, which would show up here as an H1. This website is missing an H1, so this should be formatted as an H1, as a page title, but it's not currently. Might be that copy is actually directly over that image and you've uploaded that. That can be a common thing that people do. So if you're kind of DIYing your website, you knock something up in Canva and you put the text in there and then upload it to your website. The problem with that is that Google can't read it, and neither can people using screen readers. So we really want to be overlaying that copy using your website itself rather than creating stuff elsewhere. If that is what we're looking at here, it might be something else going on in your back end where you haven't got an H1. So we want our target keyword and area, dog training and Abergavenny or Hereford. I'm going to stick with Hereford because it's easier to say. In your meta title, in your title, in the first 100 words of copy, in your introduction, and at least one subheader. So what I'm looking at here right now, we don't have either of those in your meta title. So let me show you what a meta title is. So let's Google dog trainer Hereford. Oh, let's do it properly. Okay, so this is the map pack I'm talking about, and all the results here are being fed from a Google business profile. Everybody's Google map results will look different because it's based on where you are. But having a Google business profile and optimizing it and posting to it regularly using your keywords is going to help. As I say, there is another video on that, so you can find that on my channel. Beneath that, you get your website search results. Okay. And what you'll see is this one's got dog training, Herefordshire. Dog training, I hope it's got Herefordshire in it. You can see all of them have, right? So this is your meta title, and this is your meta description. Your meta title tells people, it's like a headline really, isn't it? And it's telling Google and people searching who you are and where you do it, what's the page content about. And then your meta description is really a mini sales pitch. Like it's what convinces people, how do we choose which one we're going to click? Well, it's based on the combination of these things. Okay, so your meta title should be no longer than 60 characters and your meta description ideally no longer than 160. So we want to write one of those for your website, and you've got one already, but we want to change it to dog training, Hereford or Hereford and Abergavenny. And then if you've got enough characters left, then you'd put Canine Connections. If you don't, drop the brand name, that's fine. You've got some characters left here, so you could tell people a little bit more about what happens in why would they choose you? Kind and fun, reward-based dog training. You can pull something from somewhere else and use that to fill that in. All right, so that's step one for optimizing your homepage for SEO. Step two would be to add a page title, an H1. So that would probably be this. And what I would do here is kind, fun, and reward-based dog training. Just add in Hereford. Yeah, or Hereford and Abergavenny. I don't know the geography if that makes sense, but if that makes sense, you pop that in and you look at the back end and find out what the format in. This isn't made in Canva, it's on the website, so I can highlight it. We want to have a look in your platform so that you can change that. Where you'll find the metadata, it might say something like SEO title or title tag. It's generally an SEO section on your website, depending on your platform, that will allow you to update that. If you're using a WordPress website, then you will need a plugin, so you can use something like Rank Math or Yoast, which will enable you to fill in that SEO data, that meta title and description. I have a blog on meta titles and descriptions, which I'll put the link in the description of this video so that you can read up more about it if you would like to learn. Tracy's already got her area here on the right, which is great. It's really easy for people to see. We're going to add it in here as well. We've got her areas covered here. We've already got dog training and your areas in the first 100 words. Well done, Tracy. That's done. Awesome. We've got testimonials for social proof, which is brilliant. We've got this lovely inspiring quote, and we've got some social proof in terms of accreditations, qualifications, etc. on the bottom here. That's all we've got on this homepage. And so let me move on from the SEO into talking about what do you put on your homepage. If you've watched previous copy edit videos, you might have heard me talk about this before. Your homepage is like a traffic controller, right? So people land in here, want to first find out, like, what do you do? Who do you do it for? What's the outcome? So that's generally what we're trying to do with that initial copy. You've told people what you do. You've told them you've got your own training venue. That's great. And you've really spoken into the individual bond with their dog, which I know is really important to you, Tracy, and that's what you're about. You've let them know immediately that you've got outdoor training and indoor training for dogs of all ages. So this is a really good introduction. You've spoken about the kind of things that you can train and teach and the kind of problems that you can overcome as well. So that's brilliant. Brilliant that you've got testimonials on here. People want to hear what people who have chosen to work with you think and feel about working with you. So that's brilliant. But that traffic control piece is really like highlighting your services so that people can quickly see what's on offer and find buttons to click to take them over it. So we don't want them to have to use our site nav in order to navigate our website. We want to help them do that on the page. And to that end, what I would consider adding here is a services section where you can have, boxes with short intros that show them the different services you offer. You don't have to have all of them on here. So you've got 6 services here. You might only choose 3 of them, or you could have all 6. But we want to be able to show people really quickly on that homepage what's on offer and make it easy for them to find it. So I'm going to show you a template which is available within my course, Underdogs Unleashed. If you've got the course, then you've already got these templates. If you just go under templates, checklists and tools, you will find it there. Let's go through this checklist. I mean, this is for a service page, but let's have a look at it as a homepage example. Have we got a headline that addresses the problem? Okay, we've got the target keyword, we've covered this. We've got an introduction section which details the problem they have and the solutions. Have we covered the features and benefits of your services? No, we haven't. I mean, you drill into this in a lot more detail in the service page. We've got reviews and testimonials. We can tick that off. We've got a headline. We're going to put our target keyword in. We've got an introduction. So what are we missing? We've got those. We've got our service areas. We haven't got how to book, I don't think. All right. So if you've got this template, you can tap in and get all of the information. But essentially, what it's done really quickly is show me what we're missing on this page. Features and benefits of your service. And your service areas potentially we need to look at and how to book. So let's jump back over to the website. So because this isn't a service page, it's a home page, what we'd want to do is have that highlight section of your services and the features and benefits, right? So we'd have a box that's like puppy classes, what's the main call out? Who would want it? What's the pain point that they've got, and what's the outcome? What can they expect at your puppy classes? Short bit of intro copy and a button over to it, and same for the other services that you want to highlight. As I say, you don't need to feature all of them. Think about the ones that are most commonly booked or the ones that you most want to book people in for, and feature them on your homepage. So we've got your area. What you could also add, Tracy, is a section of like areas covered. If you offer one-to-ones, then what areas do you travel to? This can help our local SEO also. So we have a section, areas covered, come to us for puppy and dog training classes at our venue, and you put the address. For one-to-one services, the areas we cover are, and then list the town names that you'll travel to. It will just give you a little bit of a boost in terms of your local SEO, and it helps people landing on your website to know instantly, are they in catchment for your services, pretty much. We don't need the how to book necessarily on here. You've got the book a class thing here. What you might do is add a button up here. Again, this would depend on functionality, or a button here to either book a call or contact you, something like that. So it can be helpful to have a CTA button at the top of the page. Where that button goes will depend on you, right? So if you offer discovery calls or 15-minute consultations or whatever, you could have that button link over to a Calendly or a similar booking calendar so that somebody can book a call. If you don't want to talk to people on the phone, you don't have to. That button could be contact me, and it could go to a form or just to send an email, right? Either is fine. But it is helpful. And when you offer multiple services, that probably the most natural call to action here would be to, speak to a human. That's button copy I like. Speak to a human, and then that's like, how do they contact you directly? Other than that, all great. So, the copy edit is always about teeny tweaks. So what are our teeny tweaks? We're going to fix our meta title and description by putting dog training and our area in that meta title, SEO title tag, depending on how it's described in the back end of your website. We're going to change this into an H1, a page title, and we're going to bring the areas into it. Done. We've already got great intro copy. We've already got testimonials. We're going to add a services page section, and we're going to highlight and feature some of our services and put a little bit of short intro copy there with buttons through to them. And we're going to consider potentially adding areas covered to this page somewhere. You could put it in your footer. Your footer at the moment, I think, is just this. Let's check. And then it would appear on every page. Yeah, so we could expand your footer and put your areas covered. You could also then within that footer have services again. So services and hyperlinks through to your different service pages. So we're making it easy for people to navigate. They can use this, they can find stuff on the page. They get all the way to the bottom of the page. We've got some, services, areas covered, contact information on the footer. Done. Again, within Underdogs Unleashed, there is a checklist for this within lesson 3, which is website wizardry. It will walk you through how to do these page checks for yourself, and it will give you a checklist for your homepage, including your footer and site nav and all of that juicy stuff, which is, not very sexy, but really important. Making your website easy for people to navigate is super duper 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 important. So you can get Underdogs Unleashed. I'll put a link in the description below. It's pay what you can. There's no deadline on it. It's available all year round, so you can jump in and buy it if you want it, whenever you like. And if you would like your own copy review like this, then you can submit it to me at hello@thecanincopywriter.co.uk for a chance to be featured here with your very own copy review video. I hope this was helpful for you. And if it was, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss upcoming videos. All right, I'll see you soon.